Arizona came back after a tough loss last week against Baylor, beating Nebraska Omaha by 50. Sean Miller and the team was very happy with the performance and feels that their confidence is back.
It was a really big focus for us in practice just to bounce back. We were just really hitting hard on that, the defensive side of the ball, being able to get stops, and then offensively just being able to move the ball and get it two or three sides, touch two or three sides of the floor. And I think we did that tonight. Everyone got a little more confidence as the game went on. Shots went down. Christian is just he's unbelievable for us. He had 10 rebounds in I think 12 and a half minutes, and for him to be able to come in and do that for us is going to be huge.
Most definitely. I think it's a good bounce back game for us. All credit to Omaha. They were down a guy, but in games like this, it was really our emphasis to try to gear ourselves for Saturday, and the biggest way we can gear ourselves for Saturday is coming off a win like that. So, we got 2 days here to get ready and practice hard, and we got give it our all on Saturday against Gonzaga.
We didn't point fingers and have to have multiple team meetings to pick up everybody's spirit. We got to work. Guys watched the film. We had 2 really good days of practice. I thought today, with all the academic responsibility that they have, they showed up here ready to compete, and we took care of what we needed to. And in fairness to Omaha, they were playing shorthanded without their leading scorer, and it's always difficult when that happens. And they've been on the road quite a bit, but we'll take it, and we're able to, I think, do a number of things that we're trying to be better at. Obviously, we have a big test on Saturday, and that's where we're at now.
Now the Wildcats turn their attention to number 6 Gonzaga, which travels to Tucson on Saturday to play Arizona in a top 20 matchup. Sean Miller says his team needs to play a great game or they won't be good enough.
I believe this, our Achilles heel is rebounding. We're not good enough defensive rebounding. We're not a team that gets a lot of second shots. We've been at this for a while, but we have to block out. That's up to us as a coaching staff to get our team. Everybody who plays basketball can block out. Our guards have to rebound better, but so do our bigs. Our starters as a group have to do a better job. So does our bench. It doesn't fall blame on anybody. It's the weakness of our team. And when you play a team like Gonzaga, who's very good at getting second shots, they can really win the game and break your back when they can get those big second shots. Because when you get a second shot, it's going to either be a high percentage, 3 or 2. A lot of times you're going to get fouled, and then the team who gets the most good shots wins. It's a big advantage. So how many second shots teams get against us? I hope we can point towards less and less and less. But there's no bigger key for our team on Saturday than to keep those guys off the offensive glass. I don't think they get enough credit in that area. They can beat you up, and they have 2 bigs in the game. They have wings who run in from the three-point line. And everybody on our team has to know that for us to have a chance, regardless of where we're playing this game, we have to rebound the ball. And there are times tonight when we did it well, better in the second half. But even in the first half, we gave up a couple that we shouldn't. And that's why it's such an emphasis right now, because we're not good at it. We have to get better. We're moving through our schedule. We have 2 games left, St. John's in San Francisco from the Big East Conference. And we have Gonzaga, who is one of the top seeds in this year's NCAA tournament. So we have really 2 big tests remaining. And it's not just the games that prepare you, though. It's the practices, the experiences, learning. And, we're almost at 50 practices. We've been at this for a while. And the one thing about this non-conference game, it doesn't come at the beginning. It comes at the end. So for us, hopefully we're going to be more ready. We're going to need to be.
Now I'm here with senior editor Matt Moreno. Matt, how important was it for Dylan Smith to have a bounce-back game after Saturday?
I think it was very important. Obviously, for Arizona, you want to have everybody clicking on all cylinders when you go into a game against a team like Gonzaga. And for Dylan Smith, obviously, he's been hot and cold at times throughout his career. I think that's what gets Arizona fans frustrated at moments. But in Anaheim, he had a great showing that week, played very, very well, shot the ball well. Baylor, a lot of those guys outside of the few freshmen that we know what they can do really struggled in that Baylor game. Arizona overall kind of struggled to score points, but I think for Dylan Smith, he looked very, very comfortable to me tonight, and I just thought he had a good rhythm and he had a solid game, and I think it's going to be important for him, for everybody, to have a strong game going into this Gonzaga matchup. And I think Dylan Smith, again, was on the right foot tonight. And usually when he has one good game, it typically leads into another and in the course of a week. And so I think I would probably put some good money on him having another strong performance against Gonzaga.
And after tonight's performance, what are you expecting going into the game against Gonzaga on Saturday?
It'll be interesting for sure. I think this was the type of game you want to have. I know the players talked about it, and Sean Miller talked about it after the game as well, just confidence. I think this is a good confidence booster. Anytime you can beat somebody by 50, it's a good game. It's a fun game. I think they attacked things in a little bit different way tonight against Omaha as opposed to when they played Baylor, and I think it really helped them because they focused on the things that they didn't do so well against Baylor, and I thought they came out and executed pretty well and did a lot of the things that they didn't do well against Baylor. They did those well tonight, and so I think for Arizona it's all about building blocks, getting back in the right mindset to win, and for them they were able to do that tonight, and it's a big matchup. I think the thing that Sean Miller continued to talk about throughout his press conference and kind of came back to it was rebounding, and I think we saw Christian Koloko have 10 rebounds tonight. They're going to need everybody, all hands on deck, and I think he's really stressing that. He's not going to call out players, but I think he's really stressing that to the guards, that they really need to rebound. His bigs as well, but I think he really wants his guards to have an impact on that in that area against Gonzaga, and so he's trying to get their attention now. I think he got their attention a little bit more tonight, and we'll see how that carries over into Saturday.
Make sure you stay with us for more coverage of Arizona basketball. For GOAZCATS.com, I'm Kelly Horyczun.